Today we're going to be doing the oil change on our 2012 McLaren MP4-12C. I was able to successfully lift my McLaren using jacks and jack stands by watching this video. Now I'm using Mobile One OW40. I called my local McLaren dealership in Denver and I asked them for the oil filter, which I have right here, but I also asked them to get me all the associated gaskets and O-rings that goes with this oil change. I also recommend getting one of these. This is really helpful. And here's the under panel. Open up the rear hatch. Remove the oil cap. The manual states you need to mess with the coolant tank assembly to access the oil filter. But all I am going to do is remove this top, and that's enough room to access the oil filter. All right, we've got a 36mm socket, and I have an extension, and what I do is I go real slow. And I've got a drip pan ready right here. All right, we're gonna loosen up this first one right here. Pretty straightforward. We're gonna let that drain. All right, so we have two turbo oil drain lines. We have one right here and then adjacent the other side. With an 8mm wrench, we're gonna go ahead and loosen it up. We'll let that drain and then we'll get the O-ring from it. So we got a new O-ring and we're gonna put it on one of our sides of our oil drain line. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. We're just not gonna film it. All right, so we've got to drain the sump as well. And I have a 19mm socket and we're gonna go ahead and loosen that up. All right, we're gonna grab the old oil filter. We're gonna pull it out. Inside here, right here, we have a O-ring and we're gonna pull that out. We have a little one right here. We're gonna go ahead and put our new ones on. We're gonna make sure we get this coated with some oil. We have our new oil filter. When you slide it over, you're gonna kind of feel like a little boom. I like to clean this area right here. Okay, we're gonna put our oil filter and oil filter housing back in. You wanna torque things down. Oil filter cap, and that's 25 Newton meters. You wanna make sure that you have the new drain plug with the washer, the copper washer, and this is 24 Newton meters. And then the sump tank, this is gonna be 18 Newton meters. And then after you put the O-rings on the small turbo oil drain lines, those are 7 Newton meters. We put in about 6.5 quarts, and we're now gonna drive out somewhere, do the oil check procedure. Once you verify your oil and make sure it's topped off, make sure you don't do too much, you're good to go. Well, thank you for watching. We appreciate it.